How can good things happen to bad people? Let's talk about it. This is the video where I talk about yesterday's sermon and make it applicable to every day of your week. Here is one of the texts where it is on rain, the meaning of rain. You have heard that it was said, "You shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy." But I say to you, this is Jesus speaking in his first sermon ever, publicly, but I say to you, love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you, so that you may be sons of your Father who is in heaven. Why? Well, for he makes his sun rise on the evil and on the good, and sends rain on the just and the unjust. In the Bible, rain is a sign of God's blessing. Rain brings the growth of crops. With the growth of crops comes food. It's the blessing of God. The blessing of God, apparently, is something that God gives whether people have done well or have done bad. And it can be so frustrating to see this in different areas. God blesses people with intelligence that use it for evil. God blesses people with looks that some of them use it for good things. Other people just use it to seduce other people. God blesses people with musical talents and they become very famous for it. Does that mean they have a great character? Well, some do, some don't. It can be so frustrating that God blesses people regardless of their morals, it seems, of their character. God sends rain and sunshine on the just and on the unjust. Now, why is God doing this? Well, it points to his character as a loving father. A loving father will love first. See, this is the character of God, that he sends rain on people, blesses people, shows them love before they even did anything. If you are great or good looking, most of it is genes. You have done nothing for it. It's a gift that God has given you. Well, what are you doing with it? IQ, to a high extent, is actually something that is a lottery of the genes. What are you doing with it? That is the side question. The more important question is, are you a son or a daughter of God? Because sons and daughters of God, they're actually able to go beyond what's normal in loving. Human love is reciprocity. I will be kind to you, you will be kind to me. If you come punctual, I will come punctual. If you, if you keep your promises, I will keep my promises as well. The way God loves is he loves first. He loves no matter what. And that extends even to the cross. Jesus died for us while we were yet sinners. That's the present. That's the reign of God on you and me. He just loves first. If we want to be sons and daughters of God, we need to be diving into that love and loving people with no expectation, right? Loving people can be so calculative. Oh, if I'm kind to that person, maybe I get a promotion. If I say this, maybe that. But here's the way followers of Jesus, sons and daughters of God, actually love. They just love. They just bless. They just pray, even for those who persecute them. Now, here's the application. I mean, it's here by Jesus. Discuss in your small group, connect group, about where do you see talents that are distributed in an unfair way. Bless those people. See what happens to your heart. I bet it gets enlarged in the love. Secondly, if there is a conflict that you are in, bless that person. Pray for that person. See what happens to your heart. Thirdly, recognize the gifts that God has given you. Some gifts are there for you to use them. They're unique to you. It's the way God has rained torrents of grace on you. Accept that and be thankful for them. Do not compare to other people. Why would you if God has specifically blessed you with what you have? God bless you guys. Have a wonderful week.